So you have a wife, and I want to make sure I emphasize a wife and a mother at the same time, decided, and I'm talking about this the same person, of course, decided to go to Miami to get a BBL, a Brazilian butt lift, and breast augmentation. And she did not come home from that surgery whatsoever. Let's roll that.
Janisha Williams was a photographer, a wife, mother to 2 young children, and her sister's best friend.
She was very caring and always knew what to say.
On October 20th of last year, the 26-year-old, known to most people as Jayla, traveled from Hillsborough County, Florida to Best You Now Cosmetic Surgery Center in Plantation for a breast augmentation and a Brazilian butt lift, or BBL. Her mother flew from California to be by her side.
I was asking every hour, how's my daughter doing? How things going? And they kept telling me, she's okay. Everything is fine.
But Latasha says she started worrying when all the other patients were discharged and Jayla wouldn't come out. Then she heard a siren.
The ambulance pulled up. That's when I said, excuse me, can somebody tell me what's going on?
According to the medical examiner, at around 8 p.m., the procedure was completed, but Jayla never awoke from the anesthesia. Latasha says the doctor and nurses approached her as her daughter was being transported next door to Plantation General Hospital.
They politely grabbed me and said, your daughter is dead.
While the medical examiner's report lists the cause of death as undetermined, the health department has filed administrative complaints against the surgery center licensed as Serenity Capital Investments, LLC, the Best You Now, and Dr. John Edward Nees, the designated physician for the surgery center, claiming they allowed a doctor who was not a qualified anesthesia provider to sedate Jayla. The Department of Health is asking the center's registration be suspended or revoked, and that Dr. Nees also be penalized. Jayla's family says nobody from the center has reached out to them as they mourn her loss and try to console her 5- and 2-year-old children.
It's hard, ma'am. It's hard. They ask, can they go to heaven to see their mom? They don't understand.
First and foremost, if any kind of doctor would tell you that I would do breast augmentation and a BBL at the same time, they'll let you know that they don't know what they're talking about. Because any person that get a BBL know that they got to lay on their stomach at least 14 days after that surgery. If whatever surgery you're getting a BBL and they don't have a private hospital facility for you to be in, at least for 24 to 48 hours to make sure that you are okay, then you're not in the right place. If they're sending you to some little surgical place and say, oh, they'll take care of you here, and not, like I say, if it's not a private hospital, then no. But do you know Miami has the highest rate of deaths when it comes to plastic surgery because they give all these low budget plastic surgery? Now, listen, I don't take an issue with plastic surgery. If you want to do that and it's by a reputable doctor, I would say a board certified plastic surgeon. If you can get double board certified, it'd be even better. Then do that, right? But any person that knows about that stuff would tell you, you cannot get breast augmentation and BBL at the same time. You can't do that. First, you have to get the BBL, get healed from that. Then you got to come back later and do the breast augmentation. You can't do both at the same time. But this woman was a wife, so her husband didn't say nothing about this. And why did she want a BBL and she's a married woman? Like, what was, now I understand the mommy makeover thing. Let me make sure I bring that up. Sometimes children can deflate, like a woman could have a butt and children can literally deflate the woman's butt. Yes, it happens. A woman could have breasts and children literally can deflate that. I know it happens. That's why they have the mommy makeover, right? I get it. Because women, want to feel a certain way about their bodies. Because maybe sometimes women feel like, well, shoot, my body was this way and then now my body's completely changed and I just want to go back to where it was. They don't have to be some big 60-inch butt or nothing like that. Not to say that's what this woman was doing. But what I'm saying is that now these children don't have their mama. And they're going to find out later that their mama died trying to get a bigger butt and breast. You know what I'm saying? I mean, look, you already had a husband. You didn't have to go do all that. You really didn't. And most husbands are not promoting that. They're really not. From at least from what a lot of men, just even men in general, are not really promoting you to go do that. And I'm gonna say, if you want to do it, once again, go to a board certified plastic surgeon, not no surgery centers in Miami. Yeah, it may work out for some people, but at what cost? Do you realize that, this story, they didn't use an anesthesiologist? You should be asking those questions. Do you have a anesthesiologist? Because the anesthesiologist is a separate charge from even the surgery itself, because they are their own people, they own charge. I mean, you need to ask a whole lot of questions before you start taking cosmetic surgery. You need to, because say anything can happen. I mean, I always say, try to see if you can go in the gym. Certain things the gym can't fix, of course. They can't give you bigger breasts in the gym. But I'm saying, if you can do something in the gym, do that. But just please, I'm just trying to warn y'all, because too many of y'all have passed away getting this. And what I'm tripped out about is that why black women are doing it. I'm like, what? I mean, like, is black women changed physically or something that I didn't know about? But see, it's not even about that. The fact is, they want to be up here competing with and want to be looking like Megan Thee Stallion. Unfortunately, you got married women and single women trying to look the same. Why? There's no reason for y'all to be looking the same, especially when you got a husband. All y'all be trying to compete with each other for looks. I don't get that in America. That's one thing, like, for me, or what a lot of men, just single men in general, are saying is like, why are y'all competing with each other for what? It doesn't make a bit of sense. This fakery that a lot of men's not even asking women to do. But, I feel bad for those children that later in life, they got to find out their mama, passed away because she was just trying to get something just for looks purposes instead of, just continuing with her life, being with her husband, etc. But y'all let me know what y'all think about this, and please think before you try to go get any kind of plastic surgery.